We are told that the only way to find security is to win. We hustle for the bank balance, the status, and the perfect family, convinced that more effort is the only solution. Yet the result is a recurring paradox. High achievers who have secured everything society demands, but remain plagued by chronic stress and deep internal conflict. This tension suggests a specific cause. We are operating through a mental filter that views every person and object solely through the lens of what it can do for us. We call this the I and me. Operating from this place of self-centered demand creates constant friction with the world. Pushing harder from a place of ego only increases that resistance, making lasting peace a structural impossibility. To see why this filter is so destructive, we have to look at how the mind is built. It has no original character of its own. It acts as a copy and paste machine, simply absorbing the behaviors and values of the environment around it. This creates rigid expectations for how life must serve us. These evolve into ownership, attempting to claim authority over transient things like family or wealth. Finally, the mind develops arrogance, severing our ability to perceive how the universe actually functions. These three patterns, expectations, ownership, and arrogance, form the invisible foundation for almost every family dispute and personal failure we encounter. Beyond the noise of our human psychology, the physical universe operates on a single, undeniable law of energy. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed or transferred from one state to another. Long before the laboratory, ancient spiritual traditions mapped this same reality, describing a singular cosmic energy that flows through all of creation. This means the energy driving your own life is not a private resource you created. It is a localized expression of that same indestructible current passing through you. In this context, the idea that you are a separate, isolated island is a misunderstanding of how energy works. You are part of a single, continuous exchange with everything around you. This system of exchange is governed by karma, but karma isn't defined by physical actions. It is determined by the underlying intention that drives those actions. Consider two people firing a weapon. If one acts to protect and the other to harm, the identical physical act yields completely different consequences because the intent was different. When we manipulate others for personal gain or make promises we have no intention of keeping, we create a karmic debt. These selfish intentions act as invisible blockages that stall our future progress. By trying to forcefully control every outcome for the benefit of the I, we trap ourselves in a cycle of resistance, effectively working against the very success we are trying to achieve. There is a way to stop this cycle. It requires moving from the role of the actor to the role of the witness. This practice means observing thoughts as they arise without emotional reaction. You watch your mind's chatter like a movie you aren't starring in. By investigating the nature of this I, the ego loses its grip. You realize the narrator in your head isn't who you are. When you stop reacting to every internal impulse, you remove the mind's resistance. This allows you to interact with life from a place of clarity rather than demand. You can actively shift your karmic balance through dharma, the act of selfless giving. This is the practice of contributing to the well-being of others without calculating a return. Historical wisdom, ranging from ancient Tamil poetry to global spiritual texts, suggests that giving is the most effective way to dissolve past karmic debt. By aligning your actions with the needs of others, you stop swimming against the natural current of the universe. You move from a state of taking to a state of flow. This state doesn't require you to abandon your family or your career. You can participate in modern life with full intensity while remaining internally detached from the ego's demands. This is the ultimate paradox. When you are attached to nothing, you become connected to everything. When you stop needing to possess, you begin to attract. By dropping the toxic sense of ownership over your life, you allow success and relationships to arrive without the usual friction. When you dissolve the internal resistance of the I, you stop fighting the natural momentum of events. You will find that once the mind is still, the path to your goals becomes remarkably clear.